consistent. Had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed.
Salute when you see me, yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me.
It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Falcons and the Beats on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Atlanta Falcons and the Brooklyn Beats. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see it.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 89 yards. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's out to the flat for Akers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Beats are an extra point away now for tying this ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Let's go. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On second down now, it's Connor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Connor. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll find Darby. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On play action, Lance. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run here with Akers. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Beats have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right?
And shutting him off, now open field. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Ryan. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Connor going to get it again on second down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Ryan. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And I think the ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, now it's Lance. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 5 now. Lance. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Akers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Beats would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on second and 10. Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On first and 10 is Conner. Only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To Conner on the check down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On the handoff, Conner. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. On third and 1, Ryan. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's first and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance to throw it. That's out to the flat for Akers. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance escaping the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Connor running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. They'll run on first down. Connor, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Again, a run with Connor. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right,
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They match protect. Bring it.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Beats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now Ryan on first down. He'll dump this one off to Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st down, Ryan. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Ryan will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on now.
Falcons going to use their third and final time. Timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line.
Stop short of the goal line. No gain on the play.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.